So, anyways, ketamine. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We need this. We need this hit of dopamine. It it saves us.
Wait, dopamine? I thought we were taking the other thing.
No.
Serotonin, duh.
Serotonin,
Or,
Endorphins or
give
dopamine,
oxytocin.
give
endorphins,
me the good chemicals.
all the good chemicals. So, what was that? My cat's screaming in the background. Can anyone hear that?
Nope.
No.
Okay, good. All right, so thank you guys once again for being here tonight. Tonight is Friday, and Friday is Firefly. Yay, Firefly! And tonight we are finishing up the first half of our first season of Firefly, and we're going to do it down a couple of people. Kessie is out. She is not going to be with us tonight. She is enjoying some quality time with some friends, and we love her very much. We say hi, Kessie, and we will see you next
I
time.
can
And
see.
hopefully, you're missing the event where we actually fix all the camera issues, which would be unusual because you're the one who usually gets hit with all the camera issues. So there is that. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Electric Circus. Tonight we're also down Jessica. And Jessica is actually probably going to be stepping away from streaming for a little bit. She's going to be probably dropping off of all the shows for a bit. She's doing a lot of stuff right now, and she's working on a lot of things. And so she just doesn't feel like she has time to devote to actually being on the stream. So we're going to be going and moving on without her for a little bit. Hopefully, she'll be back. But, no matter what, she is my wife. I love her. I support her. And we will see her in some way, shape, or form in the future. And she is, of course, still a part of the Dinner and a Game team. In fact, she is still basically the social media director for the entire company. And that is, but those are I guess, the two big announcements we have for the night. Kessie's departure is only temporary. Jessica's is more long term. We don't know how long term just yet, but we will find that out. So, in the meantime, however, we do have our usual plethora of announcements. Do you have a plethora? Do you have a plethora of announcements to get through tonight? The first one is, as always, the easiest one, and that is our new Facebook challenge, which is our race to 9K. Now, the race to 9K is basically us trying to get to 9,000 followers on Facebook. Facebook has been one of our main social media platforms, and we're always trying to increase our presence there to tell more people about us and get more people involved with the show. And for us to do that, we, of course, need more people to follow us on Facebook. Right now, what we're sitting at is 8,357 followers on Facebook. We're trying to get to 9,000 followers. Our total goal for the end of the year, by Christmas, is to get to 10,000 followers. Now, for each milestone that we've set, we give away prizes. For the 9,000 prize goal, we are doing something for the new person to gaming. We are looking at people who have watched Critical Role, have watched other shows, and are just getting into gaming and want to learn that. So that is going to be a prize package set towards those people. And that's going to include the D&D Essentials box set, which is the beginner's box set for Dungeons and Dragons. It comes with a mini rule book that has everything you need to know to get your characters up to 5th level. It also provides everything you need to know to GM games if you want to get your feet wet with that. It has pre-made characters built in it. It has blank character sheets built in it with it, and it has a set of dice and an adventure already there to get characters from levels 1 to 5. Now, that is going to be one part of the prize. The next part is, everyone knows, the first 5 levels go by really freaking quick. After that, things tend to slow down a bit. But if you get to that 5th level and you want to know where you want to take a character from there, we're also going to be giving you the Player's Handbook. The Player's Handbook takes you all the way from 1 to 20. It shows you all the spells you can get with spellcasters. It shows you all the equipment you might want to look at. It has a little bit of everything in there for you. It is the ultimate guide for the players, which is why it's called the Player's Guide. And we're going to be including that in the actual package. Another thing we're going to be including is a new set of dice, because the first set of dice you get will ultimately betray you, and you will throw them across the room. And therefore, we're going to give you the second set of dice, which will ultimately betray you, and you'll throw them across the room. But we don't have, what you do from there is up to you. But hopefully that's also going to be our set of dice, because I placed the order for our first physical reward for our Patreon, and that is the the Dinner and a Game Dagger dice set. These are going to be white resin dice with red lettering, and they're going to have our D&D Dinner and a Game shield logo on the high side of every single dice. And those should be coming in within a month, and we are going to be giving those out both as a reward on this race to 9K to the prize winner, and we're going to be giving them out as our fifth level tier reward on Patreon. So if you know about our Patreon, we are doing a Patreon right now. It has a bunch of different digital rewards on it. It's at www.patreon.com/dinner-and-a-game. And it has all these reward levels already built in. Plus, we have 2 reward levels we have not unlocked yet because we're still waiting for our physical swag to get here. And as soon as we have those items in, we are going to start giving those away as well as part of the Patreon package. But that is those are the announcements of Patreon. We also have another announcement, and that is our Twitch contest. Now, normally Kessie takes care of this, and I don't feel good drafting someone else at the very last minute to try and take care of it. But right now, we are trying to get to 200 followers on Twitch. We are giving away a prize, and that prize is we have a set of minis that is scrolling through in the center of your screen there. That is a set of HD quality minis that I printed out on my resin printer, and those are HD quality printed minis. Here is, I don't know if it'll focus on it, but I'm going to try it. This is the mantelpiece from the bar scene that scrolls through. And you can see it's got the deer head and everything like that. It won't focus on it because it's solid. There it is. And this is 3D printed on my resin printer. It is gorgeous. It has insane detail. You can tell completely that is a deer head over the mantle, and it's got a fire in the hearth. That one was printed out, and on my printer, all the minis are already printed out and ready to go. We're going to be giving that away once we hit 200 followers on Twitch. Now, in order for you to help us get there, share out the show. All we need is, we're at 189 followers. We literally need 11 followers, and the contest is done. And then we can go on to the next contest. So we have 189 followers right now. Yeah, I see that, Meg. It's currently, let me see if there's anything I do to clear it up a little bit.
It just got better.
It just got better?
Just got better.
I wonder what was on there. Oh, here, let me kill this. I'm getting out of some things that are running in the background. Hopefully that'll clear up performance a little bit. But anyway, so yes, what we're going to do is we're going to be giving away those minis when we hit 200 followers on Twitch. And so as soon as that happens, we're going to be giving out to one of those lucky followers. And remember, always, following is completely free, and it lets you know when we go live. So please share this out on Twitch, and as soon as we hit 200, we'll be giving away that set of minis to one lucky winner. The other thing we want to talk about is something that we talk about often, and we really are excited about, and that is our participation with the Extra Life charity drive that's going on right now. Extra Life is an incredible charity, and I do believe that Dr. Josh Runyon has more information on Extra Life.
That's right. I am here with now my MD and my PhD to tell you about Extra Life. Double doctorate, that's what's up. So we have been doing a thing here with Extra Life for a little while now. For those of you who are not familiar with Extra Life, they are a charity organization that works with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. They have been around for 12 years, give or take, and they have been doing a great job ever since the jump at getting money out and helping these kids, helping these children, and these hospitals. As of right now, we are at $1,470 out of our $2,000 goal. We have set that goal, hoping that we can meet that by November 7th, and then go even further beyond, like a Super Saiyan 3. There you go. It's a deep cut. It's a deep cut. But we would love to see that goal just absolutely knocked out of the park by or before November 7th. We've got a couple of different places that it's going to. We've partnered up with Cook's Children's Hospital in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There are a couple of other ones. I don't know if Anthony has chosen his just yet, or if he's just going to let it go to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. But either way, you can rest assured that all of this money is going to go where it is supposed to go, and that is directly to helping sick kids. We are going to be running this until November 7th, where hopefully we will have met that goal, and then also met the kind of side quest goal, as I am now going to refer to it from here until the end of things, where hopefully if we can get ourselves into the top 100 teams for this year's Extra Life, Sir Anthony Breedlove is going to treat all of us to a boudoir shoot where he will be dressing up as his character from our Tuesday night campaign in Eberron, who is an orc barbarian, and doing a lewd photo shoot. Not nude, but lewd. Like just tasteful enough. And we are all really excited about that. Hopefully it's a thing that can come to fruition. And we would love to see that happen with your help. We've only gotten as far as we have because of you guys. You guys have been helping us out every step of the way, donating where you can, sharing where you can't. And once again, I just want to reiterate that, like, we understand that if you can't give, it's totally okay. We get it. It is tough times out there, and it seems like it's only getting tougher by the day. No matter how closer we get to the end of 2020, it just seems to fight us every centimeter of the way. But if you can't give, please share the information. Even if you've already shared it, share it again. Like, I've come to talk to you guys about this so many times now. I'm sure you're sick of it. Maybe sick enough to donate. Maybe. And if not, sick enough to share, where someone else will hear it and go, fine, if it makes them shut up, we'll just give them the money and then they'll go away. And that's how it works. So if you can't give, please share. And if you can't share, I don't understand what's happening with your computer, but we can try to get Meg to fix it because she's really good about that. But donate some money, share the word, and help a kid, man. Be a hero.
Absolutely. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Runyon. And other than that, we have already gone over our Patreon, which is www.patreon.com. We are also have launched our Discord page. We have a Discord page for fans of the show. We have a public Discord open now. Previously, it was just open to our Patreon followers. And the Patreon followers do have special titles and special rewards that come with Discord. But we are also going to be opening up the Discord page to the public now. And we have this set up we've had it set up for several months. We utilize it mainly to plague each other with. But now you can use it to plague us. So if you would like to talk to the cast, talk to us about the shows, talk about what's going on, make suggestions, drop anything you want to say, within reason. Don't be mean to us. We cry a lot. So if we have, we do love the Discord, and we do love having you guys on it. We do have several people on it right now, and they are doing everything they can to make sure that we understand that we are here for them. Just kidding, guys. But it is a great little place to call home, and it's a great place to have conversations with us about things that are inherent to the show. And we, like I said, we do talk about things constantly. We are all very active in the chat. So you will always have someone around from the show to talk about, almost always. Unfortunately, lots of us have trouble sleeping. But yeah, most of us.
Fortunately for you, fortunately for them, that just means we can bug them back.
Right. So anyway, if you guys want to talk to us, want to talk to the cast, want to discuss anything about the shows, or just want to ask us random questions, go ahead. We're on the Discord. We're all on the Discord all the time. In fact, we're on the Discord right now. So, and other than that, we do have our show of the week. One of the things we've been doing consistently now is we've been trying to make sure that our fandom, people who follow our shows, just anyone who has an interest in the geek hobbies in general, we're trying to make sure that these people are doing their best to support the local gaming community. And that is how we are trying to do it on our own via the show, is we're promoting local game stores. And the way we're doing this is we have been going around, calling around, talking to people on Facebook. We've been finding out what stores are practicing safe business practices, such as social distancing, requiring mask for visits, offering things like curbside service, mail order, or even delivery. Some stores are actually offering delivery. And so we've been going around finding all this information about all these stores and getting this information out to you in the form of this presentation. Before every single show, we'll choose one store and we'll promote them out and give everyone a chance to hopefully, who's in their area, to hopefully go to them in order to fulfill any gaming needs you have at this time. We know Amazon's cheaper. We know that, everything like that, but these game stores are the backbone of our gaming community. And if we don't support them, they're not going to be there for us when this whole COVID situation resolves. So we need to make sure that we do our best to support these game stores now. And the game store we have for this week is a classic. It's Nan's. It's in Houston, Texas. It's over off of the 410 and no 610 loop, and it has been around for a long time. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't know I had my notifications on. But yes, it's been around for a long time. It is a very, very, very much a figurehead in the Houston community, and Nan's is doing all the safe business practices. It is offering curbside pickup. It is requiring mask for in-store visits. They're limiting the number of people who come inside the stores. And so if you guys want to get some gaming supplies right now during COVID, they're the place we can recommend for you to go to. They're pretty much doing everything they can to make sure that people can come in and have a safe visit when they go to the store. And they're also making sure that people are, being able to get the supplies they need during this time. And whether it's a comic book to keep you from being bored to death, or it's actual game supplies, dice, minis, and everything else. So thank you very much, guys. And Nan's for doing this for us. And we hope to God that, everyone stays safe, and Nan's is doing their part to make sure that happens. So, in the meantime, there's someone ringing my doorbell consistently. And my kids are supposed to be getting the door. Sorry. But back to the game. So we have, yes, I know, and again. And so we have, tonight is Friday night, and Friday night is Firefly night. And last we left off with our noble crew from the Borealis. They had just survived a lot. The ship was basically recruited by the Alliance with some veiled threats, but the offer of a lot of money if they would go down to a surface of a quarantined planet and try and retrieve a flight recorder from a crashed ship on the surface. The crew agreed, and they, with the help of a distraction provided by an Alliance strike cruiser, they went down to the surface of the planet, managed to get the item they were looking for. They also almost lost Kelly in the process, as she was hit by a spear from a Reaver and literally pinned to the seat of the mule. And the doc and the captain managed to get the spear out of her and patch her up, and then drive the mule back to where the ship was meeting them to pick them up. But as they left Atmo in the ship, then they ran into a bunch of Reaver ships that were bearing down on them, being chased by Alliance cruisers. And thanks to some work by Baden using his special and unknown abilities to the rest of the crew, and then some incredible flying by Jude, the crew managed to both stop the Reavers from trying to kill them, and then set the Reavers on the Alliance ships, which caused a firefight, which then Jude had to dodge a lot of shrapnel. But they managed to get everything okay. They were basically heading out, and they ran into the Alliance carrier that was the backbone of this operation. They were boarded by a certain Captain Moon, and Captain Blue. I'm sorry, Captain Blue, and he basically came on board, and there was a brief discussion during which the Captain Parrish, and Captain and the actually not Captain, the General, uh, pretty much had a meeting of the minds, and it was unofficially decided that this crew would now begin working for him. There was no specifics given on what their first mission was going to be, what they were going to be doing, anything like that. But he did indicate that he was going to be calling on them again, and that he was literally buying their future services with their current freedom, because he was attempting to take Jude and Baden with him. Now, Baden has an extra heavyweight because the captain, or the general, did confirm that the message he had from the guild was from the Companions Guild was real and authentic. Baden was being recalled. So, but that was the last thing we left off with, as the general had gotten aboard his ship and left you guys alone, still technically in Reaver space,
With a bunch of
with
money.
a bunch of money. What was it, about 50,000 credits?
I think it was like 150,000.
I don't think it was that much, was it? So I remember he gave you 20,000, then he gave you another 20,000, and then he gave you 30,000 more on top of that, because he gets you 20,000 for
You gave us like almost 100K.
Yeah, it was
I
something
remember
close to that. It was something close to that, and so it was a lot of.
The K is for
money.
ketamine.
K is for ketamine, always. The K is always for ketamine. So that's where we left off, ladies and gentlemen. What are you guys doing?
All right. Now, Captain, I want to tell you how to do your job, but we should get the fuck out of here.
I think actually that's where we left off. I think Captain was like told.
We ended with me telling Jude, let's get the fuck out of here. So like I'm gonna go check on everybody in the crew, making sure everyone's okay, because we just had a real stressful time. And
Had a bad day. Had a really bad day.
Yeah,
Break
and
up
it's
ketamine.
it's Captain's job to check on his crew. So I'm gonna start by checking in with the person who is very clearly in the worst way.
Kelly?
No. Kelly was able to like walk around and move, and she got patched up. Baden
yeah, that's right.
Baden had like fucking crazy seizures.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like was the last time I saw him was bleeding out of a couple of orifices. So I'm gonna go to the dock and check on him and make sure that he's like not dead.
That is true.
Or like not dying, like he'll recover.
So, Baden, where would you be? Would you still be on the? They took you down to med bay.
We made sure he was in med
Last we
bay.
left off, I was on the med bay table. Harry had drilled a hole in my head to relieve pressure, and had somehow rolled enough ones and successes to cancel each other out, so that it didn't actually fix any of the trauma. But you said that the swelling was going to go down at some point, and I would regain consciousness.
That's right. You're still basically unconscious. You had a hell of a lot. You had basically a cerebral hemorrhage going on, and you were they had done the doc had done emergency surgery that did not go that great, and it basically
it didn't go horrible either. I just stayed in the same shape I was in. That's actually not that bad.
is not horrible. No.
I mean, there have been some surgeries that people have gone through where they ended up worse than they started.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, you kind of balanced out. So what do you guys? So he is in medbay. The doc is still attending to him and monitoring him. But
is he conscious? Okay.
It's only been a few minutes, so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see that the doc is hard at work and that he's like, I'll see his vitals, see that he's like stabilizing.
The doc kind of looks over at you with almost haunted eyes, and she says, "You know, it's I don't. He's gonna make it. I just don't know when he's gonna."
You're. It's all right, doc. Just do whatever it is you got to do. You let me know when he wakes up. I want to be there.
Don't give permission to do anything. That means ketamine.
It does not mean ketamine.
You pump this boy full of so much Special K. I want if he's gonna die, I want him to die comfortable.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll go next. I'll go check on. Kelly's probably still in medbay, right?
Yeah.
She's like coming out of it. Yeah, I'll see that Kelly's like starting to get back on her feet.
Yeah. I mean that shoulder, it's going to be tight for days. You know, there's nothing much that can be done about that. That's a horrible situation that she was in. You know, having a spear driven clean through her. But the doc's rolls on that one were good. She did good work.
Okay. So she looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna like tap her on, or like I'm gonna pat her on the good shoulder, the one that wasn't ripped to shreds and everything. And I'm gonna say to her like, you did good. I'm proud of you.
She just kind of looks at you.
Sorry about
kind of blankish, you know, really kind of haunted look, and she's like, it's just all the time. Everyone's always getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. This ain't exactly what everyone else signed up for, and I know that, but it's good to know that under pressure we all don't crack. And I'm gonna say get some rest, fresh up. That's an order.
As soon as everyone's up and running, I will.
And I'm gonna slide down the ladder, talk to my brother in engineering.
That'll be up the ladder.
I'm gonna slide up the ladder. I go whoop and slide up the ladder.
I built those the other day.
Yeah. I look at Kelly and I just look at her and go, fuck physics, and I slide up the ladder. Now I'm gonna go up and see Hank. And first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk in And what's Hank up to? What's he doing?
Oh, I'm readjusting my workspace. You know, things got a little messy in here, so I'm just picking up, putting everything back in its place.
So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up to him,
Oh, you're not about to hug me,
and
are
I'm
you?
just gonna give him a big hug.
You're
I'm
not
just
gonna
gonna give him a big old like spine realign hug.
Just like cracks my spine. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff.
It's all right. The doc's got ketamine for that.
I think it just released some ketamine in my body. Well, brother, as I like give him a hug and then like try and like squirm out of his arms.
Mhm.
Well, we fucking did it.
That was a hell of a play.
Goram did it.
What's your take on all this? Because this has been the wildest week of my life.
Well, I'd say my take is, I guess a little over 10K, but you know, it is, it has been hell. You know, I wasn't sure if we were gonna get through this. We're still not even safe now. Well, not until we get the hell out of Reaver space. But you know what, brother? I'd do it again.
I don't know that I would, but
I don't know that you could, and I just kind of slap him on the back. But you know, we'll let's take some time to decompress. Let's get ourselves getting out of Reaver space, and then we'll have a second Last Supper or something.
we got enough on us to make it to port.
Absolutely.
All right. Why don't you make a list? We got some money burning a hole in our pocket.
Oh yeah, we first things first, we need a transport ship.
That we do.
Gotta get some parts to fix that console up in Jude's station. There's I gotta replace the filter that we use, just a couple things, but we'll I'll get you a list, Cap. Top of the list, whiskey.
I can agree with that.
But you know, I'm doing better than most. Oh, you know, you should probably go check on Jude.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what to say.
Well,
But-
Cap, I mean, you're just so pretty that I don't think it matters what you say. I think it's just you being there for her that's really gonna matter.
Time to go turn on the old parish charm, I guess.
You know it, brother. You know, I think I think this is probably the best pilot that's ever been on this ship. Maybe you should not turn on the parish charm. Maybe you should just, I don't know, be decent for once.
Oh no, not like that. No.
Mm-hmm. All right.
If I was a younger man, maybe, but that's
Mm,
it ain't my speed. Not this time.
yeah, you're more of a freighter. She's more of a, I don't know.
A cruiser.
No, I mean, she's more of a I don't know, fighter jet of some sort.
Let's
You're
be
more of
real. Let's be real with the metaphors here. I'm more of a reaver ship.
No. You're more like a ship that escaped from Reavers.
There you go.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pat the wall of the ship and say, just like the old girl,
Damn right.
barely keeping it together.
Hey. She's doing great. She's doing great. Better than at least half the people on this ship.
Well, there's one other thing you guys got to think about, and that's where you're actually going. I mean, right now, Jude is just pedal to the metal, getting the hell out of this
Out of
area.
Reaver space, yeah.
So she's like straight line as fast as possible. But you still got to decide on a course. You got plenty of fuel. You can make it to just about any major port. The nearest major port in Blue Sun is on a planet called New Cana. New Cana is a decent sized world, industrialized. It's probably the most populated world in Blue Sun. It's also home to the New Cana Brewery Works, not brewery works, but distillery, and that is the source of the ever popular New Cana rum. And it's known pretty much everywhere. It's a pretty new company, but it's gotten very very popular, and it is not rum, sorry, brandy, and it is very very. But that drink has become very very popular, and it's very it's considered very, I don't know, avant-garde amongst people inside the core planets to have it because it's made out on the fringe, so it seems a little dangerous. And so there is actually a supply run called the New Cana run, which is usually a big way people end up out here because it's larger freight ships that come in. And it is the safest flight path through here, and the Alliance at least somewhat patrols it. So it's basically the safest way to get out of here. Naturally, smugglers don't go near it because Alliance patrols frequent it. But it goes straight to New Cana. And there has been some rumors that the Alliance may be even going to the point of actually stationing a battalion on New Cana because of how populated it's getting and how popular it's become. But there's been nothing has happened in that regard as of yet.
So I think New Cana being the closest, probably a good bet. Just to like conserve on fuel. And I don't know, that distillery sounds kind of nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go up to the cockpit, and I'm gonna sit down in the co-pilot's chair, and I just kind of
clean up the blood first.
I just kind of sit there for a little bit, and
Jude, you've got. Do you tell Jude where to go at that point?
no, because we're just kind of burning out of the.
Yeah.
We're just kind of like burning out of the Reaper, or not Reaper, Reaver space.
Yeah.
Which at this point doesn't matter. Just get us out. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit down next to her in the co-pilot seat. I'm just gonna kind of sit there for a little bit, and I don't really say anything. And then after a couple of minutes, say, when I was a boy, I used to get these terrible fits of anger, rage. And I would kind of bottle them up until it would explode. And my mama, she always would know whenever I was having one of my moods. And she had a way about her, way of talking. way of soothing. She used to say to me, "You don't have to talk about it right now if you ain't ready. But if you don't talk about it, you're just gonna burn up." That's really stuck with me. I haven't ever pressed you. Tell me more about your background, where you came from, who you were before you joined up with us. And I ain't gonna start today. But when you're ready, I would very much like to have that conversation with you. In the meantime, yeah, I want you to know you're free to come and go as you please. This ain't a prison. Ain't no contracts on this boat. I can't offer you any fancy deals. Nothing like what old Jimmy Slick Suit could do. But when you're here, I'm gonna fight for you. You've earned it.
Cap, good pilots are a dime a dozen if you know where to find them. I don't understand. You... I was your bargaining chip. I was your ticket out. And I was ready to go. It made sense. I guess I just want to know why. You've known me all of 3 months at this point. And you've put your whole future in jeopardy. Who knows what Captain Bleu, if he is even a captain, what he's gonna do, what he's gonna ask of you. You don't know what the cost of it is yet. Why would you do this?
You want to know how I got these? How I actually got these?
If you want to tell.
I like to puff out my chest and pretend that I fought off a dozen Reavers by myself. Nothing but my fists. That ain't the case. I hid, Jude. I hid when they came on board. I didn't stand tall. I didn't protect anyone but myself. I hid. I've been running from conflict my whole life. That whole crew that I was running with is gone. And I should have been gone with them. I'm not losing any other crewmen. Not if I can help it. And the Alliance just takes and takes. They can't have what's mine. They can't have my crew. Not while I'm still breathing.
I can respect that. Can't say I quite understand it. You talk about running. Sometimes it's all you can do. Sometimes it's the smartest thing to do. I don't see how you can look at the Alliance and not run.
I'm an old man, Jude. I'm tired. I got a bad knee. Running. It's a young man's game. And if I bought you a couple months, or even a couple weeks, I got a bad knee. Running. It's more time. It's a young man's out game. From under the thumb. And if you'd gone, you really think that's something that you would have been fine with? Something that you would want?
Can't say one way or the other. In the end, I guess it doesn't really matter what I want.
It does here.
You say that, and I don't know if I can believe you yet. But Garam, if I don't want to try.
Well, as my first act as demonstration, where are we headed to, Helmsman?
It's your call, Cap. We got the whole sky.
So I'm gonna pull up the map, and I'm just gonna say, close your eyes and put the finger down. Yeah, in system.
I don't know, Cap, if we're going to be playing games of chance, a little bit of brandy might go well. I've heard some good things about that distillery on New Cana.
I agree. I would very much like the stiffest of drinks.
Oh shit, I gotta go actually unpack my stuff. Alright. I'll go ahead and lay in the course. And then go nod at the cat and start unpacking.
So Jude's gonna head down to unpack her stuff. What are you gonna do, Captain? You gonna stay up on the helm while she's down, or are you just gonna leave it on Nav?
Yeah, so it's on Nav, but I'm gonna stay up there just to keep eye.
All right. Baden,
Yes, sir.
you are all laid out in mid-bay. We're going to accelerate the timeline just a little bit. Unless, Hank, do you have anything you wanted to accomplish?
I am going to be making a list of things that we need and things that I want.
Right. The things you need, of course, is... Well, the things you want is an insanely long list. But the things that you need take precedent. And, there's this is an older bucket. You haven't really... You guys started out in a shoestring budget. You've been keeping it together with, prayer and spit. And now you're getting to the point where you can see making some inroads into those repair lists that you wanted to get done. And maybe even getting some improvements taken into account. But yeah, you're looking at, there's quite a bit that can be done with that money. It depends on how much of that money the captain wants to allocate to putting towards the ship itself. So I'm assuming you're going to come up with a couple of different budgets for him, depending on how much he's willing to let you have. So yeah, that'll take you a couple of hours. So that makes perfect sense. All right, so Hank's tied up in the engineering section of the ship. So Baden, Jude, I'm assuming you're also going to want to decompress a little bit.
Yep.
All right.
Plan.
Yeah. So Baden, after, well, you don't have any idea how much time has passed, but after some time passes, which would be about 2 hours for the rest of y'all, the first thing you're aware of is you have possibly the worst headache you have ever experienced in your entire existence. Your entire head feels tender to the touch. There is a spot in your head that's even more sore, and when you reach up to touch it, you find that you have a very large bandage wrapped around your head.
Is the bandage dry or wet?
It would be. She would have changed it a couple of times by now, so it'd be dry. The seepage usually stops after a bit, and their bleeding stops usually right away. So, and the doc has taken precautions against any of that, and because it's been draining, she has to change that bandage regularly because your fluid has been draining out to help reduce the pressure in your skull. So, so as that happens, you basically you come to, and the doc's sitting there, and she comes walking over to you real quick, and she sees you start moving around. She says, "No, no, no, don't touch that. Don't touch that. It's all right." Aiden, can you hear me?
Yes, strap me to the table.
Strap you to the table. She says, "All right," and she says, "You haven't been moving around much. Who am I, Baden?"
Dr. Ketamine, Harry.
Yes, yes, Dr. Ketamine. And where are you, Baden?
Are we in Reavers space or the core worlds?
No, I meant where are you physically right now? Can you see well enough? Can you identify what's going on around you?
Look around. How well can I see?
It's fuzzy, and you feel like your eyes hurt with the light, but you can make out that you're in medbay.
Um, no, this can't be the cargo hold, because there's your pain chart over. You didn't strap my arm down.
I haven't. Okay, I'm strapping you down. Why do you want to be strapped down? You seem to be okay.
Yeah, I don't want to move at all. I don't want the ship to rock me and I move. I don't want to move. Just strap me down.
All right, no, no, no. Okay, all right. We'll take care of that. So she begins strapping you down. As she's strapping you down, she says, "What do you remember?"
The crooked general sent us on a mission.
She says, "General."
The captain
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
sent us on a mission, and everybody almost died several times.
Okay. All right. That tracks. What about your pain? Where's your pain at? How bad are you? And she looks at the scale and she's like, "I hate you guys." She says, "Where are you on the scale?"
I'm a 0. I don't want ketamine. No,
No,
ketamine.
no. Just use it like a real damn scale and not like you didn't draw all over it.
Oh, my head hurts so much I don't want to keep my eyes open.
All right. No, no, that's okay. You can close your eyes. You don't have to
see
keep them open.
much of anything, even if I do keep my eyes open. And moving hurts, and talking hurts.
That's actually really good, Baden. That means that you're feeling things right. You should be in a lot of pain. Okay, that's all right. Do you want me to knock you out, or are you okay to just lay there? I've strapped you down, and she has strapped you down. She strapped you to the chest, across the thighs, and then she put the padded wrist cuffs on you, and they cuffed your arms to the sides of the bed.
Okay. All right.
So would I be on my way down here? Because I
If you
told
left
her to when he woke up to let me know so I could come
Yeah,
talk
she
to him.
once he started, she didn't like call you. She just hit the ship page button. The page is the captain to medbay.
Got it.
So, no. Again, where are we? Are we in Reavers space? Or are we in the core?
We're on our way to New Cana.
Is it still Reavers space?
It's in the Blue Sun system, but it's outside of the area that's listed as dangerous.
No. This whole system is dangerous. No. We
You
need to get to the core.
You can talk to the captain about that. He's coming down. I'm pretty sure.
We were supposed to dock with the ship. We were going to be safe on the ship.
Well, they boarded us. Look, let me let the captain tell you about it, all right? And about this time, you're walking into the med bay. Captain, I'll let the captain tell you what happened.
Baden, how you feeling?
He looks like shit. His eyes are still kind of bulgy in his eye sockets. His face is puffy as all hell. His head is wrapped up in a bandage. You can see that there is a spot on the side of his head where she had to drill the hole. That spot is still, there's still obviously something going on because there's a fluid stain on the spot. He looks like an overripe grapefruit that's about ready to burst.
I'm gonna motion with my hand and point up, and I'm gonna say, better than that side of your face, but worse than that one.
God damn.
Well, you've never looked better.
I'm pretty sure I've always looked better than this.
So,
Why aren't we on the Alliance ship? We're supposed to be on the Alliance ship.
about that. I gotta tell you, you are one hell of a companion, and you were spot on for the guess that he wasn't gonna just let us walk away from it. He came, we got boarded, and he came for you, and he came for Jude, like you said that he would. And I did not let him take either of you.
No, not the two of us. The whole ship's supposed to be docked on the Alliance ship.
That's the thing. I don't think that they were quite in the mood to be taking us on, seeing as how I threatened to release all the information that we had recorded on the planet.
The Reavers aren't done. They're never done. We're prey. No,
they aren't our problem anymore. That's Alliance problem.
No. We're got away. We're prey. They're hunters. They're going to come for us.
And we are going to get out of this system after we make our first stop. We're going to refuel, get a couple of things, and then we are out of here.
No, you're gonna bring the Reavers to that place.
There's something else. I don't know how accurate it is, and you're gonna need to check up on it when you're not in quite a state. But he said that you'd been revoked. Your your ties to the guild had been severed.
Captain,
I don't know if it was just a bluff to try to get me to let you go, and I got no way of contacting your people.
I don't care about that right now. We are chum in the water, and you are dragging the chum to a planet. People are gonna die. Don't do that to them. Please don't do that to them. Run to the core. The Alliance can protect the core. Nobody's protecting this place out here. Nothing out here is safe.
How do you know all this?
You know all of this. You can't think the Reavers are gonna stop. They hunt. It's what they do.
Baden, I'm assuming you're kind of getting upset through all this, right?
A little bit.
I mean, you feel like shit, so it's hard to get really worked up.
Yeah, but I'm a little perturbed. Like he's not hearing what I'm saying.
You get a flash in your head. It's just a really brief flash. But you get a flash in your head of just flying out off the map, grabbing a syringe and just plunging it into the captain's eye over and over again. And then it's gone.
I'm gonna clench my fists. No. Ah.
Did you keep your suit on the whole time?
I told them not to take my helmet off. I told them not to take the helmet off. Don't hurt other people.
I'm gonna look to the dock, and I'm gonna motion for her to step outside with me and take her out into the hall, and I'm gonna say, "Is there a way for you to monitor?"
He asked to be strapped down, Captain. I didn't do that to him. He asked for it.
Probably
I
for
watched the
best.
clock, Captain. I made sure there was time. I risked his life to make sure that there was time for everything to clear. I sat there and watched him seize for almost 2 minutes before I took that damn headset off. He should have been clear.
Should have been and was are two different things, Doc. We don't know how this thing works, except
I need to get that information.
for what happens after.
I know I'm about to hurt myself more, but I'm just gonna kind of like shout through the med bay door. If you just go to the core and don't hurt anybody else, I'll let you run whatever Goram tests you want on me. Just don't hurt anybody. You can't wash the blood off your hands.
Keep an eye on him.
All right.
Keep him strapped down. If there's any change in his behavior, then let me know.
Well,
I'm gonna go back inside and say, Aiden, right now, you get some rest. We're moving. We aim to keep moving. But we are going to need to refuel one way or the other if we're heading to the core. This ain't going to be a vacation. We're stopping. We're grabbing essentials. We're going.
Call a ship. Pay them to bring you fuel. Refuel in flight. Don't risk everyone else's life.
Okay. Just rest up. You're safe. You're safe here. We'll deal with your issue with the guild when you're feeling better.
I don't care about the guild. Don't hurt anyone else. I'm gonna try to open my eyes and try to like meet the captain's eye.
both of his eyes are like.
He's lost both eyes? I thought he was lost one.
Milky.
No, I said both of Baden's eyes. Both of Baden's eyes. When he opens his eyes, you've seen what it looks like when someone has burst blood vessels all throughout their in one eye or something like that. Well, both of his eyes look like he's hemorrhaged into his eyeballs. They're full of blood.
How reavery does he look right now?
He hasn't done any damage to himself. He hasn't cut on himself. He looks right now. He looks like a man who's been beaten to shit.
Okay. Yeah, he's safe tied down here on the table. He's strapped in, and he looks like he's done more. He's got more damage done to him than he can do to anyone else right now. So,
Captain, you're a man of your word. I'm asking you to promise me that you're not going to put anybody else's life in danger.
I'll do everything I can.
No, that's not a promise. That means you're not going to do shit.
Why? Why are you so convinced that these guys are gonna come for us? We lost their trail.
No, you never lose their trail. You got attacked by Reavers. And they're back in your life again and again and again. How many times do you think you've run into Reavers? How many times has anyone else in this galaxy run into a Reaver? Did they stop? You think for a second they can't see what they had done to you on that planet? I bet any amount of money I'm supposed to get paid from this job, that there was a glint of glee in their eyes at the idea of finally finishing something they had started. I'll bet they seemed excited at the idea of you over anybody else. Because you're the one that got away. You're chumming the water. The ship's chumming the water. You chummed the water real good this time. We went to their planet. We took something off of it. The prey that got away again. You're the great white whale for them. Tell me they didn't seem excited to see you again. Tell me they didn't seem excited to see you. You tell me they didn't seem excited to see you, and I'll give you all the money I'm supposed to get off this job. Every script of it.
Tell him.
Tell me I'm wrong, Cap.
What?
Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm gonna turn and leave him on the table.
You know, you're not the only one that's been around Reavers before. You're not the only one that got away.
And as I'm walking out of the med bay, I say, "Well, now we're all chum."
We are. Every one of us. But you're their great white whale. And we're just the side accessory pieces.
So I'm gonna leave, and this conversation has properly and thoroughly bugged me out.
All right.
Do you feel uncomfortable now?
I mean, you're making all these good points, but I don't know that you can read minds. So
So real quick before we jump into the next scene with you guys, Jude, you went down to your bunk and you unpacked your stuff and stowed your gear. I mean, you don't keep a lot of personal possessions because you like to be able to let lit out quick, so it didn't take you very long. You sat down on your bunk just to take a moment, and before you know it, the stress of it all just got to you, and you were like, You don't know when you laid down, but you did. And you kind of drifted off. As you were laying there, sleeping, you know, tumbling through your subconscious, you began to have a dream, an experience, and it's not like anything you ever really had before. The first thing you understood when you realized you were kind of do that half realize you were dreaming thing was that you were running flat out pell mell through the woods. You were getting slapped by branches. You were just moving at high rate of speed, not really caring, plunging, moving fast. You could smell something. It smelled amazing. You could feel your heart racing. You felt how good it felt. You felt your feet moving and hitting the ground, propelling you forward. There was only that, only the moving forward, only chasing, only pursuing, only the chase, only the hunt mattered. Everything else was gone. And then you felt it, the one thing that made it more than everything else. To your left and right, couldn't hear him, can't see him because they're too far away, but you felt your brothers and sisters running. You felt them moving. You could feel all the discordant heartbeats of everyone around you as they were running. They're all beating in this staccato of rapid beats at different times. And it felt like a bunch of different aspects of yourself moving through this brush. And then up ahead there was light, and everyone around you began whooping, voicing out calls, bellowing, yelling. And you came bursting out of the clearing. And there was a very small ship that had been parked in a clearing area. And up beside the ship, there was what looked to be the beginning of a construction site, where there was a small house, small settlement being built out. And as you came pouring into the clearing, there was a man standing at the base of the ship, and you understood the words he was saying, but at the same time, you didn't care enough to think about what they were. But the part of you that's still Lauren understood him saying, "Fire up the engines, get him going, get him going." Sure. And he had a rifle, and he began snapping off shots, and you felt the bullets hit your brothers and sisters. You felt them bite in. You felt that ripping of pain and bone and flesh as the bullets tore through. And it was glorious. It was more than you could ever have hoped for. The succulent sensation of the pain. The sudden loss of control of a limb as a bone snapped. Dragging themselves across the ground, still wanting to get to the prey. Still wanting to be part of the kill. Trying to limp. Trying to crawl. Do anything to be part of it. You went running up yourself, and you had it in your hand the entire time, but you didn't think about it until now, because it was time for it now. You had a piece of rusted iron. You had banged it straight enough to use it, and now you did. You reached it up over the back of your head, you snapped it forward. You don't know where the strength came from. You don't know what propelled it, but it fired off like a bullet, and it ripped through the man's throat, spinning him around. That's when you saw the thing that sent a thrill through you and made you sit up bolt upright awake. That's when you saw the woman and the child on the gangway from the ship. As she screamed and grabbed the child and ran in, and you knew that this was going to be a good hunt, and that terrified you enough to snap you awake. So you're sitting upright in your cabin. You're sweating like you've been running. You can still feel the piece of rusty metal in your hand. And you don't know what else there is. Your heart's still beating like mad.
Just sit for a couple minutes, look at my hands, try and get my breath back, try and get my heartbeat back under control.
You've never had a dream quite like that before. You've had exhilarating dreams before, but they've always been things you enjoyed. Flying without a ship. Dreams of, old lovers that made your heart race. Dreams of, other things like that. You've had nightmares before. But this was not a nightmare. The most disturbing thing was the levels of elation and joy. The things that should not have given you that feeling gave to you. You've been hurt. You know what pain feels like. You know it's not something enjoyable. And that presence of being with another mind, of feeling someone's pain as intimately as if it was your own. The sensation of feeling all those heartbeats. And even though they weren't in time with yours, they felt like your heartbeat. It was all just a great unison of purpose. And the purpose was the hunt and the kill.
I spend a couple minutes probably just sitting and shaking and trying to get it out of my head, to focus on the here and the now, to bury that back down. And I'll probably get up, head to the mess, make myself some version of tea.
What passes for tea?
What passes for tea. And just head back up to the cockpit, holding it warm in my hands and finding that comfort zone where I can focus on the now.
About that time, captains, when you're walking out of sick bay, you see Jude, because as I said, above sick bay is where the living area / eating mess hall / where the cooking area is, and then above that is where the actual cockpit is. So you can see Jude moving about the kitchen. She's looks like she's preparing herself something. So I don't know if you were going to go up to Hank's or if you were going to go anywhere else.
Honestly, after getting called both the great white whale and chum in the water, and hearing Baden like ramble kind of incoherently about like how they'll never give up and they'll always be around and da da da. I think Alan needs Alan needs to just like sit down for a little bit, just like take it easy, kind of collect himself, because it's been a very high stress environment. A lot of emotions running very high.
Mm-hmm. You gonna
You
go hit your own quarters then?
Yeah, I think Alan's just gonna go and he's just gonna he'll nod to Jude, seeing her come out. You know, she looks like she is also kind of going through it. And
She probably looks a little pale.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already sat down and talked about my mama with her and all that, so I'm gonna go gonna go to my quarters. I'll be in my bunk, but not
Alright.
like that.
But not like that. What the hell's that mean? All right, so you're gonna head down to your quarters. Hank, you're up in the engineering room. You've got a pretty comprehensive list of where you think the money needs to go. You've made several arguments for yourself for what you want, where you want to see the money go, why you want to see it go there, and you're pretty much dead on what you think needs to happen to the ship in order for it to get it to where you want it to be. And so I'm assuming you're going to go look for your brother.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to
Yeah.
something else you're going to do too.
No, I made the list, checked it twice,
Time to
figured
find
out
out
who's
naughty
naughty,
or
who's nice. Yeah, All right, Hank Aaron is coming to town.
All right. So you head into the or you head down, go by med bay. You see the doc. Kelly's actually getting up and around. The doc is checking her shoulder. She seems to be fine. You see Baden is pretty much passed back out again. He's laying there, but he looks like he's breathing normal.
Yeah, I'm stop in by the med bay on my way there because it's right there.
Okay.
Uh,
Doc is kind of like working Kelly's shoulder through the range of motions.
Yeah.
Kelly's giving her feedback on how tight it feels and how rough it feels, etc., etc.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at Baden. Man, he looks like shit.
Baden, I'm assuming you got your eyes closed.
You're muted.
Now, as soon as he says, I'm gonna open my eyes and look up at him. I'll be like, "Did you send that message?"
It is. Oh, that. Did I? Yeah, I probably sent that message.
You probably sent that message, or
I'm
you
talking.
did
I'm talking to GM.
You would
Like,
have had plenty of time at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
all depends
I
on
would've
what
sent it.
you considered, whether or not you considered that to be of importance to take precedent over what you're already trying to do.
Because that message was his like memoirs or whatever, manifesto. I'd be like, sorry, Baden. I had other stuff to do. Getting this is reround that fucking data on the Alliance took up most of my time, bud. You want me to send it out now?
Yes, please do it before your brother gets us all killed and a lot of other innocent people too.
What do you mean by that?
He's dead set on going to a populated planet in the system.
Yeah. Because Reavers don't exactly, attack giant planets of people. I mean, I know this whole Reaver thing is probably new for you, but
The Reavers are not done with your brother or us.
yeah, well, they're gonna come at us. I mean, at this point, if we're still gonna be in the same solar system with them, at least we're gonna be on a planet full of people.
A planet full of people for them to kill. Or we could do what I asked him to do, and you could call a ship to come and meet us and fuel us up, and we could head for the core.
Hey, Doc,
the Alliance actually
I
protects.
think he needs a bit of the Galveston special. I think he's at a bit of a 7 right now. And you put him at a nice happy 0.
All right, Hank. But I'm going to be unconscious when she's done with me. And you and your brother are going to be trying to wash your hands clean, and you're never going to get the blood off.
Well, that's what the money's for, bud. You take care of yourself. And I'm going to excuse myself and go find my brother.
I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to mumble, money doesn't wash hands clean. It just spreads the blood further.
So the doc comes over and she kind of leans over you, Baden. She's like, do you need something to help you to sleep?
No, if you put me to sleep, things are just going to be worse. I'd rather be awake when we get ourselves killed.
I'm like mouthing from the door.
She kind of glares at you over her shoulder. She says, Baden, we're away from all that.
No, none of you ever listen to me. I'm always right, and you never listen to me. The only one that listens to me is Jude. Jude's the only one that listens to what I say.
Doc kind of looks at you kind of quizzically, and she says, all right, well, I tell you what, why don't I sit here and listen to you for a little bit? Kelly's like slipping her shirt on, and she just says, it kind of looks over at Doc. She says, I'm all clear. And she says, yeah, you're good. Just be careful with it. And she's like, all right. Kelly kind of walks over to you, and she kind of like puts her hand on your leg, and she's like, I'm listening to you, baby. And she says, I understand. She says, maybe it's about time.
About time for what?
Get off this boat.
I think we're all branded at this point.
Okay, now that's a little weird, but
Well,
I know what you're saying, though, baby. We've been through a hell of a lot.
yeah, we have, but like, just because we've been through a hell of a lot doesn't mean we have to drag other people through it too.
Now, come on. You can't tell me that you think that they're going to follow each and every single individual one of us.
Maybe not each and every single one of us, but you can't tell me that you were down on that planet and they didn't want to chase you, that they didn't want a
She kind
hunt.
of reflexively puts her hand on her shoulder. She's like, "Oh no, I think that they. I don't think anyone can doubt that." She says, "But we're not
think
on the
they're-
planet. We're not
No.
near their space."
Kelly, you went to jail. You gotta understand this. Somebody in that jail cell, they take what's yours. They come into your cell and they take your property, and then they spit in your face and they get away with it, and they're gone. You're gonna let that stand?
It's a different world there. It's like, and even if they have that attitude, she says they go too far out of field for where they're safe. She says all they're gonna do is call more trouble down on them.
Oh, they're gonna rain trouble down on everyone.
It's like, I don't know about that, baby. Says, but she kind of looks at Doc and she says, well, who knows? He may be right. She sighs. She says, either way.
Kelly, please, like, don't let them let innocent people die.
Says, get some
You-
rest.
No.
We got time before we're going to get anywhere. Just get some rest.
I'll rest when I talk to Jude. I want to talk to Jude.
I'll go see if I can find her. Anything to get you to calm down. So she comes. So Kelly goes walking up into she goes to the mess room. I'm assuming. Are you staying in the mess hall to drink your tea, Jude, or are you going back to your quarters? Oh, muted.
I'd probably have my tea in the mess hall.
Mhm.
And then probably, rather than going back to my quarters, I'd probably head up to the cockpit.
Gotcha. So after a few moments, Kelly comes walking up in the cockpit, and she kind of like looks around and looks up to you. She doesn't come all the way up into it. She kind of walks to the stairs. She says, "Hey, Baden's really upset about something, and he's asking for you."
He's conscious.
Yeah, and he's talking all kinds of crazy crap.
Oh, I
I
am.
So
I'll go
he's
see.
asking for you. I don't know if you want to bother to go down there or not. He doesn't. He sounds like he still might be a little addled up in the brain pan, but
I'll go
the
see what
doc's
he
with him.
says.
So
I mean,
do you want me to sit up here?
if you don't mind.
I can always keep it going in a straight line.
It'll be good to see him actually not seizing. Could go without seeing that again for a while.
She says, yeah, well. She kind of swings her shoulders like, we all got roughed up. She drops into the co-pilot seat and she says, well, go ahead. I'll sit up here for a bit.
I'll be back soon.
All right.
So I'll go ahead and head down to medbay.
Okay. So it's a hop, skip, and a jump, so you're there. By the way, Baden, it's been a little bit longer, so your eyes are actually getting gradually. The light's not getting as bad. The swelling in your head. The doc obviously gave you some more pain meds, but you can tell just by the feeling of pressure that the swelling is abating, and that your vision's coming back slowly. It's not as fuzzy as it was, and the light's nowhere near as painful now. So you're having a much easier time, like looking around the room.
Okay.
I come, stand at the door, sort of knock to get the doc's attention. Kelly sent me down?
She just points at him.
Okay. Is there a stool or a chair or anything? I'll go ahead and scoot that on over and sit next to his side and sort of see if I can't shade his face if I see him squinting away from the light and see if that'll help. Hey, Baden. Kelly said you're doing a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my hand over like that in the thing, and then just kind of like motion.
Okay, I grab his hand.
I'm gonna hold on to it as tightly as I can, and I'm gonna be like, Jude, the captain said we're going to a planet in the Blue Sun system.
Yeah, we're heading to New Cana. We're gonna get some supplies and then head back into civilized space.
They all think I'm crazy. Nobody listens to me. Please just listen to me. Don't dismiss what I'm saying.
I'm listening, Baden. Go on.
We went to the Reaver planet. We went into their home. We took something from them. And we disrupted their hunt. And not only did we disrupt their hunt, Jude, they lost prey that they had almost had once before. And it's the second time that they lost it. Third, technically, because they were chasing the ship. But I don't know if they knew Cap was on it at the time. But it's at least the second time, if not third, that they've lost the same prey. They're not letting us go. He's just dragging them out through space to where we're headed. At least if we go somewhere where the Alliance is, the Alliance has got gunships and they protect people in the core. Nobody ain't protecting nobody out here. They're gonna die. They're gonna die because we're gonna lead a trail of Reavers to them.
I hear tell there's a battalion on New Cana. We can let them know and be on the lookout.
A battalion? Jude. I mean, even Kelly thinks I'm crazy, but like, somebody breaks in your house and steals your shit, and you've seen them before, and they wronged you before. You gonna let them go?
What else can we do, Baden? We gotta get supplies.
I told the captain, I told Hank, call a ship, have it dock with us and refuel in flight. We can make it to the core that way. The core's protected. The Alliance ain't letting nothing like that get into the core. But they're not protecting people out here. These people are lambs for the slaughter. We are dragging a trail that they're gonna follow. At least if we drag the trail to the core, less people if nobody gets hurt. We land on that planet, the Reavers are coming to that planet too. Please convince them I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy, Baden.
They're relentless. They don't give up. They want the hunt. and the captain is the best prey they've never caught yet. He's a trophy catch. Somebody gets him. That's monumental. That's an award. I mean, I don't know if they know like awards, but like that's a prize. That's a prize to be cherished. I don't think he understands. Got away from him once. He took things from their planet. He got away from them again. Ain't nobody crazy like that gonna let that pass. And I don't think that they think of themselves in that way. Like everybody keeps telling me that nobody's gonna send Reavers out there to just die, but like they're like ants. Who cares if half the colony dies if it can take down the other anthill? They'll just rebuild. Hell, I mean, if they do enough damage on that planet, they'll just rebuild off that planet.
So at this point, I've got like the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, and I've got goosebumps all up and down my arms. Just like this is getting a little creepy. Even if it's just drugged up nightmares talking, it's. So I'm like, okay, Baden, I hear what you're saying. If I get a chance, I'll talk to the captain about it, see what we can do.
No, nobody trusts me. He doesn't trust me. I told them to strap me down. I haven't done anything crazy. I haven't done anything wild. I wanted to be strapped down so that nobody else would feel unsafe. I asked for this. And I know everybody thinks I'm talking crazy, but how do you live with yourself if you let that many people die?
I'll let you know when I find out.
I'm going to be fine. I tried to stop this. I'm strapped to a table. I can't do anything. I told everyone in this crew.
I look over at Harry. I sort of raise an eyebrow and look down at Baden. Like, all right, Baden, I hear what you're saying. All right, let me.
Yeah, she shrugs and she just like looks at you and she kind of like
Remind the captain.
She says he's been through a hell of a lot. I don't know what happened with the seizures and all that. She says he could be hallucinating this stuff. He could really believe it. She says, but no matter what, it's got him pretty agitated.
Yeah.
I wasn't wrong about the general. I wasn't wrong about you or me. I wasn't wrong about the Alliance. I wasn't wrong about the planet. I haven't been wrong about anything. I know I look sick. I know I sound crazy.
All right, look, she says, Baden, you're getting really upset. I'm gonna give you something to calm you down, okay?
No, you said I could talk to Jude and then I'd get it. You
Okay,
promised.
okay,
I'm not
all right,
talking
all
to
right.
Jude.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here, Baden. You've been talking. I hear what you're saying.
She's gonna give me stuff so I can't talk anymore, and then it's all over with. You're the last one. You're the only one that can convince him. You have to remind the captain. I was right about everything else. I was right about everything else. Everything.
I'll tell him. I'll pass that on.
Doc comes looking. She kind of like standing beside you, and she looks down and is like, "All right, you got to talk to Jude. She's gonna take your message to the captain. She's like, I'm gonna give you something now. You need to get some rest. You're getting better, but you need sleep.
Yeah, when you put me to sleep, I don't know what's going to get better, Doc, but I promised you I'd let it happen. Jude, don't forget. They,
She
they're
puts a
just going to
syringe
hunt.
into his.
They're just going to hunt. They want to hunt.
She basically puts a. She injects something into your IV, and you instantly start to just feel yourself fading out.
Good
No.
old fading baiting.
Oh, Jude. No.
And like that, he's out like a light. Harry just kind of looks at you and she says, he could still be in shock. She says, you were up there. What happened? Why did he go into seizures?
I
He
I
was
don't
in,
know.
he didn't take the suit off at any time while he was up there, did he? He didn't just
No,
take the helmet off or anything?
no, he was in the suit the whole time. He was sitting there. I can't. I, we were re-entering Atmo. I don't remember exactly when he started season, but it got bad.
She says, I don't, she says, he could have had a brain hemorrhage. She says, I'm going to do some scans while he's out. But all I know right now is that his dura, the lining of his brain, was swollen to the point where it was compressing his gray matter. She says that doesn't just happen. So that's usually some kind of infection or something. She says, but there's no traces of any white body cells in his blood. She says there's no indication of an infection. She says I have no idea what's going on.
He was he was fine while we were eating, right? It wasn't just me. He seemed normal.
He was fine. It wasn't until we went down there and started coming back. You were the only person with him, so when he went start. And I know you were way too busy to keep an eye on him. You didn't even know you had to keep an eye on him.
Mm-mm.
How are you? She says, "How are you feeling?" Said you kept your AVA suit on the entire time, right?
Yeah, the whole time.
She
It's
says you're not feeling anything odd.
I'm
No
I'm fine.
headaches, no blurred vision.
No, I'm seeing fine. It's I mean, little headache, but it's been a stressful day. I don't think anything of that.
All right. Well, you watch yourself, and if anything happens, you let me know. It's like we
I'll
don't
do
know
that.
what's going on right now. I'm more than a little scared.
You and me both. If if he's right, what's that mean?
I don't know. I mean, do you think that you've seen them? They're like animals, but then they're not. They can fly spaceships. She says they act like savages, and then they can use ship to ship weaponry. She says, "What are they? Are they animals or are they people still?"
Oh, whoever
It
said a
doesn't.
man can't be a monster.
Oh, I don't think anyone ever said that. She says, "But that doesn't make any sense. Whatever they are, they're not. They don't fit.
No, they don't.
So I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do right now. I don't know what's going on with him. He is. He may just be in shock. Maybe after he gets some sleep, and that's why I wanted him to rest. Maybe after he gets some sleep, he'll be able to have a chance to tell us what's going on.
I hope so. How how likely is that? How quick would he recover from something like this?
I don't know. The swelling's going down really fast. He says we almost lost him for a little bit. He says I got him back. It's just going to be time. I mean, it could be hours, it could be days.
Mm.
But the way I'm looking at it, I'm hoping it's just hours. He'll this will knock him out for at least a couple of hours, 3 or 4 hours. Says that I'm hoping that gives enough time for the swelling to go down, and that way we can hopefully rule out that this is a medical issue. Because if the swelling goes down and he comes back to, or rule that it's a medical issue, because the swelling comes down and he starts talking sense and he stops with all this delusional stuff, then we know it was just a swelling on the head. She says, but if the time goes by and he's still talking like this, we gotta think of something else.
How likely is it that this is some sort of permanent damage?
He had swelling in his brain. That could lead to any type of permanent damage. I wish I could say yes, no, definitively one way, definitively left, definitively right. I don't know. I mean, I have good equipment on this ship, but I don't have that good equipment. I need to get him to a medical facility. I need some really good scanning equipment. I mean, the brain it's not something you just go rooting around with a stick in, you know?
Mm.
It's delicate.
We got any idea where the closest one of those might be?
I mean,
Any way we might be able to get
there's
access
a
to
major
one?
hospital in New Cana, but it's going to cost an arm and a leg.
I mean, Hank isn't gonna like it, I don't think, but we just had a payday.
Yeah. Either way, he's going to need rest. We should just let him rest.
Sounds good.
And speaking of rest, we haven't taken a break yet tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a 10-minute break because my dog is going crazy barking out back, and I got to let her inside. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. We will be back in just a little bit. It is 8:55. We'll be back at 9:05. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Ta-da! And then you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
And then
We
you
are
do
back.
it.
PP.
You do it with the PP.
You do it with the PP.
No, I do the PP. You just do it.
Oh.
Or
So-
or I refuse to do your order because you wouldn't listen to me.
I like to do
That's
the
also
cha-cha.
that's also fair. But then I'm not going to use my PP on you.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like
Okay.
the past couple episodes, I've just
We've
been
gone
using my
there.
PP on y'all like crazy.
We've totally gone there, have we not?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, when I'm the only girl on the cast today.
Do you feel
Hey,
picked on?
get
No,
Get
no,
your
no.
mind
It's
out of the
Firefly.
gutter.
No, it's
Talk about-
Firefly.
This is my
If
jam.
you're
This is what I'm
playing-
used to.
If you're playing Firefly, you have PP. Okay, don't let anyone tell you different. And I think if you have I think you have at least one dice that's higher than my PP. So you and on
No,
any
no,
given
those
episode,
are
I feel like you have more
BDHs.
PP than I have.
No,
PP.
no, Josh, those are BDHs.
No, no,
No.
no.
I'm
She's probably got a 6.
I'm
She's
D8s
probably got 6
across the
PP.
board. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I
D8s
start with
across
6
the board,
PP.
so-
You probably
Oh,
have the
start with
biggest PP.
Okay, I might have the biggest PP.
And not only does she encourage them, she joins in, ladies and gentlemen. Ta-da! All right. So,
Okay, but to answer your question, Josh, the only way you really get bigger dice pools is going to be upping the skills to higher dice, adding specializations to the skill so that you can roll an extra d6 on it, or adding signature assets that you can apply to the things that you're wanting to
you
get
only
better
get
at.
3 distinctions at one time, right?
Huh?
You can only ever have 3 distinctions. You have to swap them out as you change
Yeah,
them.
yeah, you're supposed to swap them out.
So yeah, your stats can never change except to rearrange how the dice are arranged. But you'll
Well,
always
skills-
have
Skills can go up. So the
Skills
skills
can
can
go up.
up. And then if you get signature assets that can be thrown into the pool, that's a benefit. And then if you're not using your distinction and you switch it out for something you will use, that's a benefit.
Yep. So that so it there is this mechanically this system is very, very simple, but in the end it ends up being fairly complex because the dice mechanic can get very heavy on that side. And that's one thing that I think I like about this game is that it scratches that itch for the people who want more crunch to their system. It scratches that itch a little bit. It's not 100% crunch, but it is definitely crunchier than let's say Monster of the Week or Fate. So it's definitely crunchier than those two. Sorry, folks, we were talking mechanics on break.
Captain
All right.
Crunch.
So, Baden, you're unconscious.
Well,
Good.
blood won't be on my hands.
So,
Let's be all
Jude,
over the place.
what are you gonna do now that Baden has been knocked the hell out?
I'm probably gonna post up somewhere close to the cockpit, but where if the captain does emerge from his quarters, I'll be able to see and sort of gauge if it's a good time for a conversation or not.
Gotcha. Captain, how long? Remember, you had about a day and a half trip to get to New Canaan, and so far you've probably used about half a day of it. Somebody's gonna have to sleep sometime. It's never good to leave the cockpit unattended with with no one conscious in the ship. So you guys do kind of sleep in shifts. So are you Captain? Are you gonna take a nap?
Yeah, I think I would have gone to my room and just kind of like sat down and like tried to clear my head, and just like the adrenaline's worn off now. Everything's calmed down. It's been a couple of hours and we've been flying. I think that Captain would probably like pass out.
Mm-hmm.
Before he passed out, I wanted to catch him.
Well, you know where doesn't take you very long to figure out where he is.
Yeah.
So Do you knock on his door?
I'm just letting myself in.
So you would come in and you'd see me, just kind of like sitting on my bed, just kind of holding my dog tags, and I'm just kind of like just moving them between my thumb and my index finger,
Like a piece of worry wood.
and just kind of like I don't look like I'm here
Mm-hmm.
on this ship. I look like I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, I had stashed a one of the chocolate strawberries. I had snuck it away from the table, and I bring it to him like, hey, Cap, and I'm kind of dangle it in his face.
Hey,
Borealis to Cap. Borealis to Cap. You are clear for landing.
what's going on?
Hey, Cap. So made that list. Made a couple lists. Made a few lists. All right. Of what we can do with our hard-earned cha-ching. Stuff that we need for the ship. Stuff that I think would be very useful for the ship. Stuff that I think maybe not so useful, but really fucking fun for the ship. I got, me and my lists. Cap, yeah. Brother, how are you? We got time to talk now.
Baden said some things to me that they ain't sitting well.
I mean, I'm sure he's knocked out by now. We can go draw him if it will make you feel better.
No, I mean it might, but
Yeah, Cap. No, I know he was talking crazy, like he could think like a Reaver, but you can't really. Reavers don't really think; they just kind of do. I mean, what do you think, Cap? You'd have more experience than anyone on the ship.
I used to think that Reavers were just people who got out there to the edge and looked out into the black and just they broke them. And now I ain't so sure about that anymore. Being on that planet and being on the ground. When we came out of that ship, they were waiting for us, Hank. They weren't just rabid animals. And it ain't the first time I've seen them organized like that. So I wonder if maybe they're a little bit of both. Maybe there's still a little something in there rattling around, clawing at the walls, trying to get out. When I was talking to Baden, he said something that's stuck with me. He said that they were itching for me Because I'm the one that got away. Twice now. And the odds of that are already it's higher than I can think. How many more times am I going to get lucky like that?
Well, I mean, it's not like we just randomly happenstance went down on that planet. We were kind of, our arms were a little bit twisted to go down there. Um, you know, I mean, yeah, it could be coincidence, it could not be, but, uh, you know, Cap, I'm a hard facts kind of guy, and it just for me it just happenstance, I suppose. I mean, how many times do you think those Alliance folk got away from them? I mean, hell, they fucking dug right into them in their ships, shot them all to hell. I mean, I'm sure they've had their firefights before, and I mean, I can't imagine, or I can't tell you the exact number of Alliance members on that ship, or what kind of how many Black Ops teams I have, but it's I imagine they're not sending a whole lot of people out there. So the fact that that amount of people are still out there, they're still dealing with it. That being said, though, I don't think that the Reavers are going to come try and find us on a planet with millions of people on there. But is it worth the risk? Baden seems, convinced beyond all get out, and normally, Baden's pretty, I wouldn't say calm and collected, but he's not gonna make mountains out of molehills. He could have just
No,
gone
but
crazy.
he usually ain't suffering from the kind of seizures that would make a man bleed from his eyes and nose.
Yeah, I wonder, is he like an epileptic or something, or like,
I,
you know,
I shouldn't have brought him that close to the planet. I mean, I had no way of knowing that he would be receptive or Jude, but
yeah, but I mean,
I,
they had the suits on, like it shouldn't have been an issue.
and yet here we are with him having seizures and talking wild and crazy, and maybe he didn't get enough to turn him full Reaver, but maybe he got enough to just tweak his brain a bit.
Yeah, that does make sense. So what do you suggest we do, Cap?
I don't know. It ain't the Reavers really right now, or the Alliance that's got me spooked. Before we had our sit down with Captain Blue, he told me that he could tell by his body language, by the way he spoke, that Captain was gonna try to take him and Jude, and that we weren't gonna fare so well with him. And damn sure enough, time came and he He came for him.
And
He came correct with the whole squad.
now, Captain, I mean,
it's eerie.
yeah, I mean, you know me, but that doesn't really sound like coincidence. I mean, I was looking at that
Well,
man. He didn't really
it's
seem like
not
the twitchy
just-
type.
It's
You
not
know.
just that. He also said something to me about me. And granted, we've had a couple of months now to get to know each other a little better. And if he's that good at reading people and their body language and whatnot, I'm not exactly not an open book. But he seemed to know a few things about exactly how I was feeling.
Ray, could you turn off your mic? I can hear you chewing. Thank you, sir.
And it just don't add up. It's eerie. Don't sit well. But
Yeah. What? I mean,
Reavers didn't chase me when we got clear. And we've been free of them for years. And now here they are again. So I'm more inclined to think that we're in the clear again. And I want to make this stop as fast as possible. I would like to be out of this system. But
yeah.
if he's right,
That is big
if they are chasing us, and what's to stop them from following us to the core?
I mean,
And what's to stop them from stopping on the way?
Yep, that makes sense.
So we just fly straight to the core, and then what?
Yeah, I mean, we ain't. It's not like we can stay in the core. You know, we're not exact. I'm not saying we're disreputable.
No,
but you know,
Jude's bound by law, and Baden is no longer a member of the guild, and we have rubbed elbows the wrong way with a member of the Alliance who is not just your common officer.
No, Cap. I think he liked us.
I've been in enough scraps to know that there's a difference between respect and like.
Well, I mean, it's not like we have many places to go. Sure as hell can't go back to the Georgia system. I mean, maybe we can work something out, but we burned him twice now. And that's, normally people only burn them once and then they're never heard of again.
We're running out of sky, brother.
Yep. So, I mean, the best thing we can do right now, and I think the best thing for everyone, is to get some land under our feet. You know, walk with your toes in the grass if that's what you're into, but, you know, I think we need some fresh air that everyone can breathe, and we need to figure something out. We don't got to figure it out right away, but we need to, you know, clear our heads, and we do need to figure out what our next point is gonna be. I mean, I can in one of these lists I have some plans for maybe making us a bit more passenger friendly. We can get some gigs like that because this money ain't gonna last long. You know, Borealis is a great ship, but, you know, she got some things that need worked on, you know. I mean, I'm putting my full pot in the center on this. Everything I'm making, I'm investing back into the Borealis, minus a couple credits here and there for retirement funds, but you know, everything I make always goes back into the ship. You know that. We're not. I mean, and these lists are just, you know, based on what I brought in, and if you want to throw something in too, I don't think anybody else will really want to. Maybe Jude. Still got to talk to her. Still got to talk to her about that. But I have something worked out, or maybe I can fix it up with her, and that way she tells me what she wants. I make sure it's done right. You know, I think.
I don't know how long she's gonna stay.
Cap, I think if she was gonna run, she'd have ran by now. I mean, hell, exactly.
She was gonna.
Yeah, she was gonna, because she was gonna risk her neck for us. You sorry bastard. And yet we kind of one-upped her on that. So, you know, I'm not saying she feels indebted, but I'm also saying that, you know, she knows the risks we are willing to take for her, and hopefully she sees us as family. You know, I always wanted a sister, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, stuff with mom.
I'm just tired, Hank. I'm just so tired.
Yep. Me too, brother. Me too. I mean, hell, with this money we got, it is a pretty penny. I mean, it's not gonna last us for forever, but if we did put a lot of it down, we could find some land somewhere on one of these new settling planets, get out of the skies. You know, obviously not in this, you know, solar system, about as far as Miranda we can get, you know. But we can make it, brother. We can make it. I'm here for you.
Well, let's just get to where we're going and see what's ahead.
All right. You know, like I said, I've been squirreling away some money. I'm not gonna say how much I have, but you know, whenever you let me know, whenever you're ready, and we'll do what we can. I put my hand on his shoulder, like, brother, it's been us. It's always been us, but it doesn't have to be just us, you know.
I hope they'll stay. I ain't exactly been great captain.
Don't be hard on yourself. I mean, you did kind of make us go to that ship, and well, you know what happened. You were there. We're all there. But I mean, as far as our best interests, Captain, there's not a single person on this ship who doesn't think that you would risk your life for them, and what you've done already on multiple occasions in the 3 months we've been together, or you know, the crew as it is. Captain, you are Man, for a big, tough, ugly son of a bitch, you sure care a whole lot about people. And, that's one of the best things about you. But damn if it isn't one of the biggest things that hinders you.
I just don't know any other way.
Damn if that isn't true. I always had you watching my back when we were kids. I mean, yeah, I was smaller than everyone else, but a little skinnier anyways. You got me out of some tough scraps, but you didn't need to all the time. And yet you did. And I can't help but feel the way you are now, what happened with them Reavers, probably just putting other people's lives before your own. That's why you were out there. Now, I know when things came down to it, and you haven't told me everything. I haven't asked. Because, when you're getting ready, I know you tell me, but what put you out there? Why you were out there? Probably doing the same thing you're doing now. Putting other people's lives before your own. Sometimes, Cap, you just gotta think about yourself. Anyway, get this chocolate strawberry out of my hand. I'm gonna go relieve Jude. I'm feeling pretty dandy myself. Probably the dandiest motherfucker on this ship right now. I'm gonna go tell her to catch some Z's. I'll watch over the bridge. You need anything, you holler at me. And Alan, I love you, brother. I give him a big hug, and I go to the bridge.
So as soon as he's gone, I just break down into tears, and after a little while, I'm asleep.
Gotcha.
Did you eat the strawberry?
I ate the I'll eat the strawberry.
Crying and eating the strawberry.
I'll eat the strawberry.
All right. So everyone's like, so you're gonna go relieve Jude, Hank?
I want to talk to her first, though. But yeah.
Right. So, Jude, you're kind of like sitting on the steps that lead up to the cockpit.
Mhm.
Not really in the cockpit, but where you can hear all the controls and everything like that. And if anything goes off, you'll be right there. And Hank, I guess, is going to come strolling up from the crew decks, which is just below you.
Hey, Jude.
Hey, Hank.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, as well as anybody can be after a day like that.
Yeah, that was a big mess. I mean, really, it makes a lot of sense now how you can fly so damn good and why you're so damn cheap and willing to go with us. But I ain't judging. I did my time with the Alliance, and I wasn't out there doing all loop-de-loops, barn swallows, crazy Ivans, all that good stuff, but I could rightfully say that every ship I was on never broke down. Well, or mechanical matters anyways.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do half the stuff with this girl I can do if you didn't keep her in such good shape.
Yep, and we're going to talk about that console, but, I think that you tell me what you want with it, and I'll make it right. All right?
Yeah, We'll get that taken care of. Maybe give you a few piloting lessons while you're up there with me.
Hey, I mean, that's fair, and I'll take them. But I really hope I don't ever have to use them. Which leads me to my next point, Jude. We all saw that you were willing to risk yourself for the group, and I just want you to say that Captain, he can be a bit rough-handed, not exactly the communicative type, but he cares for you, cares for all of us, and well, shit, Jude, I hope you're just gonna make me say it. I hope you stay for a while, for a good long while. Your family. I mean, somebody's got to be the pretty one.
Oh, I think
Baden
Harry
is,
might just have that covered.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Baden, maybe whenever his face falls down, he'll be the pretty one again. But, but Jude, you are family to us. And, if you ever need anything, me and Alan, or me and the Cap, we got you.
Y'all, the both of you keep saying family like it means something. What does it mean to the two of you?
Well, here's all right. So, me and Alan, we come up, we had a nice little family. It was me and him, mom, dad, nuclear family, all that good stuff. Had a little dog. Our dad, he we all don't like the Alliance, right? But he really didn't like the Alliance. And he went and made himself, got an example made of himself, like the Alliance does. And then they came to our home, and they gave us a choice, they make our family hell, or I go and learn in the Alliance land and work them ships for them. I was pretty talented as a kid. Not to toot my own horn, but I showed real promise. I could have been something different. I could have built cities. I could have, but the Alliance wanted me, and they wanted me because they wanted to know that no matter how far we got away from the core, you're never far enough away from the Alliance. And so I did my time, worked some ships, came home to my mom, and by that time Alan was gone. Didn't know where he was, but heard from a neighbor where I might could find him, and well, went out, found him, how he is now. Came home, and well, home wasn't there anymore. Alliance bombed it to shit. The Browncoats' last stand in Hera, that's where we're from. So, Jude, when you ask what family means to me, it's whoever's by your side, who you can trust. You can go to sleep wishing, hoping that they're okay, knowing that they're okay. Waking up, thinking about them, want them to be close by you. Never want to go home and they don't exist anymore. They're not there anymore. Family to me, Jude. Family is the crew that you're with, the people that you're with. You go and do shit like this, and you trust them to get you out of shit like this. Because, Jude, if we didn't have you, if it was any other pilot, we'd been dead when we first hit that science ship. Shit, we would have been dead out there in Georgia. But for whatever reason, Jude, you stuck around. And, I don't know if you're going to stick around for much longer, but I hope you do. I know Alan hopes you do. But, it's probably just me being all sentimental. But, that's what family means to me, Jude. It may not mean the same thing to you. You may just think of us as crewmates or an employer or, a ride out of Alliance territory. Somewhere to get by on, a ship to fly. But I want you to know the feeling's not mutual, because we do care about you. Now, go get some sleep. I'll watch the bridge for you.
Thanks, Hank.
Anytime. And I go to the bridge, sit down in the pilot seat, start fiddling with the controls, adjust the recline, all that good stuff. Adjust my mirrors.
Don't mess them up too much. I'm gonna need them back where they were.
Yeah.
So, Jude, how long are you going to spend waiting for the captain to pop his head back out?
Not long. If it comes pretty clear in the next 10, 15 minutes or so, after Hank goes up and I sit and I listen, the captain's not coming out, I'll probably head back to my quarters.
Try and get some sleep.
Try and get some sleep.
All right. So, pretty much the rest of the trip is going to pass completely uneventfully. You guys are going to be coming into orbit around New Cana as you wait for a berth to clear at the main spaceport. So you guys can put the ship down, get it refitted, and Hank, you know that you're actually, because you have a bunch of stuff on your list of what you want to do. You also are going to be looking at, you've already contacted the local shipyards and other, places where you can get the parts you need. Everything. You're basically spending your time trying to get contacts on planet, use old contacts you might have had, and trying to run down everything you want to get the work done.
Mm-hmm.
If you get everything done on New Cana, the ship is going to be in dock for at least a week for all the work to get done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 2 weeks. Honestly, that is if you do all the work yourself and have people from the crew try and help you do the work. If you hire actual extra technicians, it's going to increase the cost of everything by about 30%, but it'll reduce the time by if you hire one new technician, it's going to increase the overall cost by 15%, two technicians 30%, and then do 15% on for that the more technicians you add on. But for each technician you add on, it's going to reduce the time frame by that percentage as well. So
yeah, I think we're just getting the essentials here.
Mm-hmm.
Cap says he wants to make it a quicken, so I'm not gonna dally too much.
So you're probably not gonna bother to order parts here unless there's anything absolutely dire, which there really isn't.
Exactly. Just the essentials. We're gonna gas up, get some food, replace that bottle of bourbon.
Get some brandy.
Get some brandy. Absolutely.
Brandy.
It is special brandy.
Well, the new
The
can of
spacemen say brandy.
brandy. She's a
Fire
fine girl. All right.
Sometime in that day or so before we landed, I would have pulled the captain aside and talked to him real quick about my concerns
Yeah.
about Baden.
That's another thing. Well, yeah, you because you were waiting for the captain, so
Mhm.
you were like, stalking him like an animal in the night. But anyway, so when you would definitely have been able to find time to get him alone, especially quite rather quickly because you were urgent about what you wanted to talk to him about. So you go ahead and have that conversation with the captain.
Right.
But let me know where the conversation's happening at.
That is a good question.
Would you
I'd
ask
probably,
him to speak to him privately, or?
Not necessarily with other people around, but not like hush hush here, come into my cabin for a private conversation thing. So probably, finding a time when the
14-year-old boy. Nothing.
So probably after we both take our respective sleep shift,
Mm-hmm.
I would go up to relieve Hank, and you could probably find me there at the cockpit.
Oh yeah, on the bridge.
Mhm. So that'd probably be best time and place to grab that. So I would go ahead and do that, and yeah, I know. I think we all have some concerns for Baden and what he's going through right now, but it got under my skin. I can't stop thinking about it. Now he's talking about the Reavers and their hunting and them tracking us, and he said something about him being right, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't understand what all he's referring to, but he said he's been right about half a dozen different things, and what if he is right again?
Yeah, he kind of tipped me off to Captain Bleu and his intentions with in regards to you and him, and he was pretty spot on the money.
I mean, it seems like you were prepared for that confrontation, but he knew it was coming.
Not in so many words. He said he makes his living off of knowing people, knowing how to pick his clients, knowing how to tell who's who and what's what. And I guess Captain Bleu was putting off the wrong vibes, and he just picked up on that. Thing is, I've been all around the verse, and I've seen a whole lot of shit, a whole lot of people, a whole lot of different ways, different minds. That man was not just a closed book. He was a book written in Braille and translated from a dead language. I could not read that man if my life depended on it. Maybe that's just my ignorance and my inexperience, but for him to tell so easily and to be spot on. So there's strange things out here. And then there's strange things. But I also brought him and you to a place where both of you could have been exposed to whatever the hell makes a Reaver a Reaver. Whether it's an atmosphere or a chemical or virus or whatever it is. And something happened to him. And you were there. What happened?
As far as I could tell, nothing. I mean, we were flying. He was keeping his suit on. He hadn't been exposed to anything. Is out of the blue. He started seizing, and it wasn't that bad, but it got worse and worse the longer it went on.
My man don't just seize up for nothing, for no reason. You don't just... There's something else. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe we didn't get the suit on in time, maybe the proximity, but how are you feeling?
Fine. I mean, not no seizures, nothing like that. None of that blurry vision the doc was talking about. I'm up, I'm coherent, walking around, I'm still able to fly.
No weird impulsive thoughts, no thoughts of violence or self-harm.
Nothing like that. Weird dreams, but after a day like that, it's just the brain working itself out.
And you only had that one dream.
What do you mean? What do you mean weird dream?
I don't know, just weird. Like
eating an entire person made of cotton candy weird, or like
no. I miss cotton candy.
Or like giant talking fish head on a man that you knew from high school. Like, what do we mean by weird?
No, just running. A place I'd never been. Just felt real. That was it, just running.
You don't run? Man.
Not for fun.
Well.
I mean, I can if I have to, but that... No, it was fun. Running like that and with purpose. Alliance is a sack of shit. But say what you will for them, they got purpose in what they do. If I've missed anything, it's that certainty.
Well, we're fresh out of that on this boat.
I know. And really, it's not worth going back for. But no, I'm fine. Baden, he looked to be getting better, I guess, and Doc was saying he was healing. It was gonna take time, but I guess I'm just worried. And I don't
Doc's a good doc. She's good. And I put a lot of confidence in her. But this is uncharted territory. I ain't no doc specializing in Reaver sickness.
No, there were, but they're all dead.
Cut back to the to the escape pod.
Tumbling
Still
through
just
space.
tumbling through space.
I want Baden to be wrong. I really would give just about anything for Baden to be wrong. I can't shake this itch between my shoulder blades. I keep thinking, what if he's right? You've had the experience. You've been through this. Is his paranoia a normal response?
My so-called experience ain't much to speak of. I got away, but it wasn't like I got away. Hank found me. Hank found me drifting. I didn't burn sky on them. I don't even think they knew I was still around. So why would they chase me? But everything you hear is just when you see them run and hope they don't catch you. And with all that commotion up there in the sky when we were burning out, I think it'd be a damn hard thing to do to track one ship in that sky full of mess. Especially one our size when there's that whole monstrosity.
You're right. Of course, you're right. Still, might be better to get in and out. You were talking with Hank about making it a quick trip. Did I hear him say that?
Yeah, I'd like to make it quick one way or the other. I'd like to get out of this. This whole system for a while. But I ain't sure exactly where to go. Can't really go back to Georgia. Not without trouble of a different kind. And the Corps, well, I don't really need to explain to you why we shouldn't go to the Corps. So that really only leaves one thing. We just keep moving.
Take it a day at a time. Just keep
Things
on flying.
Things will cool down eventually. They'll cool down enough to where we can really stop and catch our breath. But I wouldn't blame anyone on this ship for getting off when we dock and not coming back on.
All right. Well, it is 10 o'clock. And 10 o'clock is normally when we wrap things the heck up for the evening. Is everyone okay with this, or did anyone have anything else they wanted to do at this direct point?
Yeah, I wanted to talk more about my backstory in depth with Hank.
Backstory Palooza. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having been with us tonight. This has been a pretty big night for Firefly, man. That was, yeah. So this is going to be pretty much a key
No
episode.
rolls were made that
Yeah.
night.
But here's the thing. With a new episode comes a new episode title, and this one needs one, and I have absolutely no idea this time.
Backstory. Exposition.
The SS
Exposition.
Olive Garden.
The title of the episode is just exposition.
The SS Olive Garden. When you're here, your family.
So that went through our chat a
Well, no,
lot.
we'll call it Callback Central.
Callback Central. This episode is just simply titled Callback.
How about White Whale?
Or just call it Ahab.
I like White Whale better than Ahab.
I like White Whale better than Ahab because then when I eventually destroy myself, we can call that episode
Ahab.
It'll be a callback within a callback.
That's like
That's
how you
meta.
make Firefly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you call back in the episodes, and then Firefly's over. But we only have like 7 episodes left to do it.
This is
Yeah, it'll have to
episode
be
10,
fast.
isn't it?
No.
If you don't beat
down to
Firefly,
5.
oh, we're down to 5. Okay,
Or is this episode 9?
if we don't beat Firefly in 5 episodes, we're gonna have to do like a whole day stream of Firefly and just call
That's
it.
the movie. Yeah, that's the movie.
It's the movie.
That's the movie. We'll have to regress our character progression back just a little bit and then revamp it right up to 11 at the end. But we'll have better special.
So, are we
effects.
really calling it White Whale?
I like it. I like
Can we
White
call it
Whale.
The White Whale?
Huh?
The
What?
White Whale.
The White Whale?
The
The
White Whale.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alright.
It rolls off the tongue a lot nicer than chum in the water. Dude, you said chum like 19 times, and like all I could like, it just was like chum, 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 and I was just sitting there like, don't say chum. Whatever you do, whatever you say next, don't say chum.
And what was the next word?
The
Chum.
Krusty Krab pizza is not pizza.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, remember we are trying to get to 8,000 followers on Facebook. We are having a contest on there for especially tailored towards people who are new to D&D. We have a prize going out that is consists of the D&D. What's it called? God, I can't. Why can't I remember the name of this damn thing?
Is it the Essentials?
The Essentials Kit, yes. The D&D Essentials Kit, which has a 60-page rule book, which allows you to create basic character classes and races up to 5th level. And it also comes with a set of dice. And it comes with a bunch of blank character sheets, pre-made characters, and it comes with a module for you people who want to try and start playing right away, and anyone who wants to try and take on the role of the Game Master. The module has everything built into it to show you your first time at GMing. It's a great starter set. It also comes with a set of dice, and it comes with a set of dice, and it comes with maps and everything like that for the module. It's really, really nice, really, really gorgeous. It's perfect for the new player. But we're also including in this prize package a player's guide, which helps you plan your character beyond 5th level, and it gives you an idea of what the mechanics of the games are. It gives you a much more detailed accounting of everything, and plus it gives you some of the lore about like the gods and everything like that are present in the base world of Dungeons & Dragons. We are also going to be giving away another set of dice for when your first set of dice eventually betray you and you throw them across the room. The second set of dice is right there. It's just the same weight, the same caliber and everything. So when those dice eventually betray you, you can also throw them across the room with the same accuracy. Now, hopefully, when we get to getting away with this prize, we will have our dice in, so we can use that set of dice for the prize, but if not, we will order you a set of dice, and they will be amazing and they will be gorgeous. And so we're going to be giving away all this plus, and I think I forgot to remind everyone of this earlier. We're also going to give $100 in dinner and a game store credit to the winner. That way you can dress yourself up in the swag from the show that got you addicted to your new hobby. You're welcome. We're also, of course, doing our Twitch contest, trying to get the 200 followers on Twitch. Shoot, I didn't even bother to check. Where are we at right now? Let me bring it up real fast. www.twitch. I said Twitch.
Oh, I just realized I was muted. Probably like 190.
Oh, you think we got some more?
What? Didn't we get a follower during the stream?
I think we did. Channel. We are, ladies and gentlemen. Why is everything loading so damn slowly? Wow, that's insanely slow. Sorry, guys. My internet decided to take a break.
All right, I just refreshed, and we are at 189.
189. We were at 189 before, so I don't know if we may have lost one, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. So yes, we are at 189 followers. We are trying to get to 200, which means we have 11 followers to go. When we hit 200, we're going to be giving away a set of models that you see. They've been rotating through in the center of the screen there. They are HD printed by me. They are basically from a Kickstarter, so you can only get them if you back the Kickstarter. And they are already printed out. They're already ready to go. They're just waiting for us to select a winner. So share out our stream, promote our stream, let people know about it. Let them know that we hopefully give you guys great content that you guys enjoy watching, and we hope you can come back for over and over again. Also, please, Extra Life is an amazing charity, and it does incredible things for children in need. So if you guys can contribute, please, $1, $5, $10, anything you can give, we appreciate, and it is going to go to a worthy cause. It's our Extra Life campaign is linked in the show notes, and it's linked in the description. Please go give to them. It's an amazing charity, and you're doing the right thing for children, and there couldn't be anything more rewarding than that. And so also, don't forget, if you can support the show, please follow us here, subscribe to our Twitch. If you don't want to subscribe to our Twitch, you can follow us here just so you can get notifications. We also have a Patreon if you want to get more rewards. We're going to be giving away our dice sets. We're going to be giving away a dice vault. We're going to be giving away some other prizes. I'm working on some different 3D printings of some different dice towers. We're going to be imprinting them with our logos on them and everything like that, and we're going to be trying to print those out and see how well they do. If they do well, we're going to be using those as different tier level rewards for the Patreon as well. But the Patreon is going strong, so please, if you can, support us on Patreon, support us on Twitch, support us any way you can. If you just want to donate, we have links in our Twitch to donate as well. So please, give us any support you can. All funds that go into this go into supporting the show. They go into paying for the hosting fees. We're ordering equipment for people. We're trying to get things out to everyone so they can have the items they need in order to produce a quality show for you guys. As you can see, we had no camera malfunctions tonight. We finally figured out the camera issue, I hope. Kessie's cam will be the first real big test of that, because that's the one that's always given us the most problems. We do not know why. The poor girl just gets beaten on by technology, so we're going to hope that this fixes that and it'll right all the wrongs. Also, don't forget Nan's in Houston. That is our store of the week. Nan's is a great shop. They're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing to protect their customers and protect the community. And we are always going to support game stores and comic book stores that protect their customers during this time. We are looking at another resurgence of COVID, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going away anytime soon. You guys heard the news. You know who has COVID now. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. Please be careful. If you're going to go anywhere, use the right safety precautions. Wear a mask. Game stores should be requiring people to wear masks inside the store. you guys should not have a problem with that because they're doing it to save your lives. They're doing it to protect people who are hurting, people who are susceptible. So if you can, stay home. It's the only way to be safe. If you can't, then go out there, wear a mask. You're protecting, not just protecting you, you're protecting everyone around you. Anything else that is necessary to be done, that has to be done inside the house, wear a mask to do it. It's the only way to be safe. Well, actually, the only way to be safe is to stay home. But we know that it's not always the most practical thing. But if you do have to go out and you do have to go to get gaming supplies, shop local. We know that Amazon's easier, but stores are doing things like what Nan's doing, and that is they're offering curbside pickup. They're requiring people to wear masks to come into the store. They're limiting the occupancy of their stores so they don't have people be getting too close together. They're practicing social distancing at the register where they're making people stay 6 feet apart. They're doing what needs to be done, and that needs to be honored. So, again, if you're in the Houston area, you probably already heard about it, unless you're brand new. Nan's is an old favorite in Houston. So, if you can, support them. Go in, take a look around. It's one of the oldest comic book and gaming shops in the Houston area. So, give them a shout out. We're giving them a shout out because they're doing the right thing, and we're going to try and help them out and help the community out by pointing people to them. Other than that, I talked about Patreon, probably everything else. Did I forget anything, guys?
The keep.
Oh, Lauren, we totally forgot about you before the show and you let us.
It's okay. I'd kind of forgotten too. I was ready for the game tonight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, the amazing Lauren is not only one of the players on our show, and hopefully someday the player on many of our shows, but she is also the GM on another show. Lauren, would you care to let everyone know about your show?
Sure. So I am currently DMing a homebrew setting based in 5e D&D rules for a group of my friends, a bunch of guys. It is kind of crazy. We are a little bit all over the place, got all sorts of shenanigans. But we have our stream on Twitch on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central Time, and our VODs are released on YouTube on Fridays, and you should definitely come check us out.
Yes, please go check them out. I've watched the show several times now. I love the way that Lauren, she's got a bunch of guys on her show, but she does not let that intimidate her at all. Lauren keeps, she's right. It's shenanigans. It's a bunch of guys going nuts, but she keeps them focused and she keeps them on story, and it's great. I will tell you, the last show I watched, I mean, those guys were like completely focused on the story of that game. They barely went off track. So I know that you guys are getting into the nitty gritty now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they were like, you could see that there was some actual fear going on.
Exactly as it should be.
Yes. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much. Did anyone look up a show to raid? Because I didn't do that, and my computer's actually really wonky, and I don't want to test it. So does anyone want to look that up, or do we want to skip raid tonight?
Let's see here. On my recommended channels, there seems to be somebody called D&D Time. They're playing D&D. Oh, Grouch Couch is
they're still up?
right now.
Oh,
Yep.
I'll jump on the Grouch Couch anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not had the joy of encountering the Grouch Couch, you are about to. Let me get this up on screen real fast. We are going to raid a show called The Grouch Couch. They are an amazing group of guys. They're incredible creators. Tonight, the leader of their motley crew, his name is Turkey. He is going to be doing his writing for his show that they produce on Sunday nights. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get into this, and we are going to go raid him. And if you guys have not had a chance to watch the show on Sunday nights, there is a guy dressed up as an Aarakocra, and I don't mean like painted up. I mean there's a full freaking headpiece, ladies and gentlemen, with an articulated mouth that moves when he talks. It's friggin' amazing. And I cannot recommend the Grouch Couch enough. They're an amazing group of guys. Let me get this real quick. There they are, the Grouch Couch. Aha! So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, be safe, be careful. If you're going to go out, wear a mask. If you don't have to go out, stay home. It's the only real way to be safe. But if you have to go out, we understand. Everyone has to go out for one reason or another. It's the real world. Do what you can. Take care of yourselves. Come back next time. Watch this show with us. Just remember, no matter what, at dinner and a game, we will always save you a seat at the table. But now, we're going to go take a seat at the Grouch Couch's table. So we will start to read. Something went wrong. Oh no, did they go off the air already? Dang it. It says he's still on.
Yeah.
But no, he must have logged off.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no,
Loading
it's
an app.
going. It's going.
Okay.
All right, we're gone.